Any other questions?
Yeah, is there, on 45, is there a maximum number of 45s? Or is that the $45,000? Is there a limit to how many?
Your $45,000 attachment. Your 45s you can have as many 45s as you possibly can until you hit your 1 point. Until you hit your attachment point.
I'm missing something. The 45 is 105,000 less than the 45, but there's only 16,000 more exposure.
Right.
So it's like, how much did we do? Exactly paying us to do it.
Well, that's why added 45. So every one of the claimants that were over 25,000, I added what those claims were and subtracted them from what the potential cost savings was. And I used pretty much the same potential cost savings. So I used last year's quote, the difference between the 25 and 45. Use that as the number. That was the same all the years. This is what you're saying. That's why I'm a big proponent of $45,000.
Yeah, because with the 105, we basically still have 90,000 that we can save.
Well, at 105, your current exposure is 25,000. So you're only increasing it by $20,000. So it's not, oh my God, with two $45,000 claims, I'd wipe it away. No, you would need five $45,000 claim hits to wipe out all of your savings. So you would need 5 claimants over 45. And we haven't had that in the past. Well, we typically have 1 or 2 large claimants over the last 3-4 years. And then the rest of them fall well below that attachment point. So that would give you $105,000 of potential costs or potential claims dollars. I'd always rather pay the claims than pay for the premium. It's kind of like, if I got a high deductible plan, I can either pay the premiums to, Blue Cross, or I could pay the, the claims when they actually come in. So I always would rather pay myself. Keep the money. Any other questions? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. With that figure board, if you went to the 35, it'd save you $598 per employee. And on the 45, it'd save you $981 per employee per year. Mr. Cooper. Pepper?
Okay. Thank you for letting me be here. I'd like to just start out with a few history going back in time. I disagree with the fact that you would save $200,000 if you'd have been with a $45,000 specific because it was not counted what you got back this year for being with the 25. And that's well over $200,000. So, does everybody understand that? If you'd have been with the 45 this year, you wouldn't got back $200,000 for reinsurance. Every year, I have shown you for the last 10 years alternate specifics. As you build your non-reverting fund, it's inherent that you take a look of what risk can you take. Think about it as a car. As soon as I got 2 daughters, my deductible went from $200 to $1,000 because I couldn't afford my 2 daughters on my auto insurance without a bigger deductible, and I still had to pay more. So when you look back in time, you've done very well with a $25,000 deductible because you had such great claims experience. If you never reach that specific deductible, guess what? The insurance company is not going back and trying to get their money back. Does that make sense? Does it make sense?
If you raise the deductible, they got less money to go back forward.
Right. That's exactly right. But the thing is I brought you Companion at the last meeting, and he brought you AUL. And now it appears that he has the same insurance carrier I had. And I made comments at the meeting that Companion has had your life insurance for 10 years, and they didn't give you a rate increase. So they feel really good about Greensburg and Companion. So I want to make these statements because it's true. He had AUL, I had Companion Life. He had a 15-12 contract, and I has a 24-12 contract. And being your agent for the last 10 years, all you got to do is look at your non-reverting fund and go back 10 years and look at your budget. It's worked.
But
Managing.
The quote we got tonight is 2412.
Yeah, I know, but it's the same quote that I had the last meeting. Same company. It's no new. The information that Companion had was information I gave him. And that's my only point is when you start out with AUL and then you get a quote in here for Companion, which I brought to the table, and I made the comments, and I remember that Companion Life hasn't given you a rate increase in your life insurance in 10 years. That's just the way it is. That's the truth. And now I've got a proposal for Companion Life, and now it appears that he has one similar to mine. And what that means is there's 2 people out there lobbying Companion Life to get your business. I gave you, and I have them right here, I got 10 quotes before I went to and settled on Companion Life. The only time I mentioned Companion Life was in the last meeting. And I went back to him, and guess what? There's 2 ways this works. I want to make sure Steve understands this. When you wait, it can go either way. Waiting made the claims look better, and it makes your risk. I personally think that you have to decide between 35 and 45. I've been recommending to go over 25 for the last 2 or 3 years because of your reserves. When you have reserves, you quit paying premiums and you take more risk. My recommendation with $35,000 specific is 0.19% increase. My recommendation with $45,000 specific, and this was really hard to understand, and trust me, I practiced it before I came to the last meeting, is 0.38% increase. The reason for that is because as you take more risk, that number from 25 to 35 goes up 10,000. So that 10,000 goes towards your aggregate attachment point. If you go from 25 to 45, and I don't remember who asked this question, but it's a good question, is why is the attachment point go up? Because you're taking, in the aggregate attachment point, premium is covering 45 to go towards that annual aggregate versus 25. So those are all